to do first thing in the morning. So I've been foam rolling in the mornings the past couple weeks. It's really become kind of a good habit of mine that I'm trying to keep. And I don't want to say I'm like amazed at how good my body feels doing it, but I will say I'm amazed at how tight your body is, like without realizing it when you wake up. I'm always amazed at how tight I am when I start foam rolling first thing in the morning. And it's definitely gotten better since I've been doing it more. Highly recommend. So we race at Muskingum today. It's in the evening. I'll be doing the mile and the 800. 800, I'm gonna pace some teammates through the quarter and see what we can come back in. The meet in itself is pretty small, so it should go quickly. I've done a ton of meet vlogs, I feel like, lately, so I want to do something a bit different. I'm gonna film my day and lead up and show you guys how I prepare for an afternoon or like evening race, especially from the fueling end. That's something a lot of people struggle with. So today we're starting with the soy milk latte, as usual. I have one class today at 9:10. Bus leaves at 12:30, so I'll get back from class and have a little bit of time, so that's when I'll get packed and just kind of hang out for a bit. So I'm up early this morning so that I can get a little snacky in me and do my shakeout on the bike. I call it the fast leg shakeout routine. But for now, it's like every morning. Every morning, I wake up an hour before I do any sort of training, give myself time to get my thoughts out. If I want to journal, I journal. But I've been going through my Bible. Started First Kings yesterday, so we're gonna keep cranking in there today. Eat this Peak bar from Pro Bar, so good. This is my favorite flavor. Then we're gonna get on the bike. So when I'm doing my 30-minute shakeout on the bike, I divide it up into like different sections. I don't really pay attention to my power or my heart rate. It's not about that. We're not trying to put in work here. It's more just about like snapping some life and response into the leggies for before the running race this afternoon. So the first 10 minutes, I go in a ridiculously low gear and I just watch my cadence and make sure I'm above 90 RPMs. Then minutes 10 through 15, I get in a pretty big gear and I do 30 seconds stand, 30 seconds sit, all in the same big gear. Then I do a minute just spinning it out, and minutes 16 through 20, I'll do like a minute single leg, like each side. So right leg for a minute, left leg for a minute, 2 times through. When I get to 20 minutes, I spin for a minute, and then I do 5 by 30-second spin-ups with 90 seconds easy between. Spin-ups aren't like a surge, they're not like a sprint, because you stay in the same gear. So it's all about just getting my RPMs as high as I can for 30 seconds in the same gear that I'm gonna recover in. That's my fast leg shakeout routine. That's pretty much it for my shakeout. It goes by kind of quick. It's like 8:25 right now. I have class at 9:10, so I'm gonna shower, run to the dining hall to grab some food, and probably go straight to class. So I'm about to go to the dining hall, but I'm gonna bring this mason jar with me. It's got a lot of oats in it, as you can see, and some protein powder on top. In the dining hall, I'm gonna add in some maple syrup, a banana, and some peanut butter, and let it sit like overnight oats until lunchtime. I'm gonna have the same thing I do for breakfast and lunch as I do on workout days and other evening races, because I know it works. You guys are gonna see how much I love carbohydrates today. This is what I have for breakfast most days. If I'm being totally honest, it's just a peanut butter, honey, and banana bagel with some soy milk or orange juice. Usually I would do orange juice for the carbohydrates on race day, but they were out today, so we went with the soy milk because we know it works. I swear, no matter how efficient I try to be, I'm always like the last person skirting into this class like a minute before it starts. But you know, we had to mix our oatmeal. Okay, so I just got back from class. I've got a little under 2 hours until I need to be at the bus. So in the meantime, I'm going to watch some Arrested Development, just kind of unwind, let my brain relax, keep my legs up as much as possible. And I'm working on this crochet stitch doll for a teammate, Collegiate Crochet on Instagram. I do a lot of crochet and knitting stuff. Gonna work on this guy, watch some Arrested Development, and just hang out for a bit. Okay, here's our progress on the stitch doll. Coming along all right. I wish it was a little bit more even. Not super happy with the ears. I gotta get like a navy blue for like the little fingies and toes. Okay guys, we're just about ready. I'm the type of person who wears their uniform literally all day. I have these green sweat bottoms that I'm gonna wear with this. But I'm going to do some soft tissue work on my knee first, so I'm gonna put these on last. Quakers track and field. I've got my spikes in here. Got my bright green hat, of course, and my sunglasses, obviously. Got some blue Gatorade in here. Just this stuff. Once the meet starts, like between events and stuff, this is what I'll be like drinking primarily, just to get like some calories and carbs in. Also, a very important note here, I actually double the amount of Gatorade they say you're supposed to use in 16 ounces of water, solely because I always want to make sure I am topped off on carbohydrates when it's race day. It sits pretty well with me, which I feel blessed about, because a lot of people, I guess, can't stomach Gatorade. I'm gonna put some protein powder in here real quick. I use Orgain. This will be something I have right after the race. I have protein powder every day. It's just a process goal I have, just to make sure I'm meeting all my nutrient needs. I don't gravitate towards super high protein options a lot, so protein powder every day. That's something I have made a habit. This pocket's my snack compartment. These chews are also something I use a lot. Around 5 o'clock is when I'll have like half of these, and that's just literally just to make sure I'm topped off in carbohydrate stores. Fun fact about me, I actually had rhabdo my freshman year of college at a cross-country meet, which is when you run out of carbohydrate stores, and instead of processing fat, your body tries to process protein, which can be like super toxic to your kidneys and kill you. So now I'm always paranoid that I'm not gonna have enough on deck. On race day, I pretty much just see like, okay, how many carbohydrates can I take in and still feel like good from a GI stance? Even if I'm not necessarily hungry, I'll be like, no, take the chews. Eat your oatmeal, do this, like stick to the process. I know this works, so that's what we're doing. Also have my oatmeal when we get on the bus. And since I'm racing in the evening, I'll have this little can of cold brew coffee as well. Also gonna pack this Quakers zip up real quick, and that will be for like once the meet starts, after I do like my first big warm up. This is kind of what I'll wear between events instead of having to pull like a hoodie over my head like before the start. It's just easier to have that to unzip. Always fresh underwear too. Always bring fresh underwear for after your races. So I think that's pretty much about everything. I got spikes, I got my uniform on, I got my pants over there, zip up there. Gonna do some soft tissue work on my knee and then head out. I will also be bringing my current knitting project and my headphones. My headphones always help me switch gears. I'm big on the power of music. And the knitting, that's because we're leaving at 12:30 and I won't have to do anything till 5, so entertainment. It's 12:10. On our way. Everything is like 5 minutes away here, no matter where you're going, so it's great. This is perfect. This was my mile race. I ended up running 4:59 and change, which on the track we were on, it converts to a little bit over a 4:56. So currently I'm in position to qualify for the national meet and in the 3K with my 9:43 from the Grand Valley State meet. Also, anybody who knows me knows I absolutely hate the cold and I hate the snow, and I would complain about it all the time. But this cool down in the snow was actually awesome. Really good way to unwind before the long bus ride home in such great road conditions. Talking a little bit about what's on deck, we have OAC's, Ohio Athletic Conference Championships, at the end of this week, basically. I'll be competing in the DMR on Friday night, the mile at about 3 p.m. on Saturday, and then the 3K at about 5:15, I believe, Saturday evening. So that'll be really fun. Hopefully those times will come down a bit more. It's been a great season so far with the Quakers. Always happy to rep the green. Really excited to see how things shake out. Catch you on the flip.